everyone, thank you for watching. Today's video is going to be a new hits and misses follow-up video. I'm going to be reviewing a recent Ulta and Sephora haul video, and it was also a try-on haul. I'll have that video linked down below in case you want to see my first impressions, but as always when I do trying new makeup first impression hauls, I will always come back and give my full thoughts on everything, and I typically do these videos every single Monday here on my channel. But if you want to see my reviews on some of these products from Ulta and Sephora, why don't we go ahead and get started. Alrighty, so one thing that was a pretty big disappointment for me when I was doing that try-on haul video was the lashes that I picked up from Ulta. These are from House of Lashes. These are the iconic, or the Allura Lite lashes, not the iconic Lite, the Allura Lite lashes. And I've had these in the past. I've worn them, I've loved them. They're, you know, a favorite style of lashes of mine. House of Lashes is a little bit more affordable for lashes. These are $12. They're kind of newer to Ulta Beauty. So when I saw them come in, I was like, oh sweet, you know, I'm gonna pick up another pair of the Allura Lites because mine were getting, you know, pretty down there. And these are different than what they have been in the past, and I thought I was kind of crazy for a while. Like, even as I took them out of the packaging and like trimmed them and got them ready to put on, I was like, I don't remember it being almost like the band was almost thinner, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I was like, I kind of remember my Allura Lites just having not like a thick band, but not as like thin, and just something felt different immediately from when I started opening them. And then I put them on my eyes and I was like, these are not the same lashes, and that's a bummer. And you know, I was saying that in the video, and a lot of people were saying, you know, maybe they switched the style, maybe there was a mistake in them, and all of that. And you know, like, I thought about saying something, but it's like, oh well, you know, it's $12. I'll just have to keep that in mind for the future. I can still wear these. I've worn them one other time when I was going for something a little bit more natural, because these are just a little bit, I'm gonna say more on the natural side. But for me, when I wear false lashes, I like a lot of drama. I like very long lashes, very full lashes, etc. These are still pretty, but they're just a little bit not totally my style. I can still wear them, like I said. So, you know, I'm gonna keep them around and everything and wear them when I'm kind of going for that style of look. But I was pretty disappointed because I really do like my Allura Lites, but I'm not sure if I'll try to purchase them again or not. Just, I don't know if there's a mix-up somewhere or what happened, but that was a little bit of a disappointment for me with those lashes. But you know, I'll keep them around and wear them for when I'm going for a certain style. One product that I picked up from Ulta that I have been so impressed with, and I'm so happy, it wasn't an impulse purchase because I talked about this in a Will I Buy It video, and I was like, for whatever reason, I'm interested in these new Milani Bronzers. Maybe I'll grab one. I saw my friend Ashley Clady review it, and she had really good things to say about it when she was trying it out, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, you know, that looked pretty good on her. Maybe I'll try it out. For whatever reason, I really like trying out bronzers. I love this bronzer, okay? This is from Milani. There is their Sunlight Silky Matte Bronzing Powder, and I got mine in the shade 1. I believe there are 3 different shades. I was kind of going back and forth between 1 and 2. You know, I'm self-tanning, you know, we're going on vacation. As I'm filming this, as this video goes live, I'm actually on my way back from vacation. As I'm filming this video, I leave tomorrow, and I'm staring at another 5 inches of snow that just came down last night, which is not cool. But I've been kind of self-tanning to get ready for vacation, and then knowing that, you know, I'll probably have more of a tan, I was like, what do I do? Do I go to the 1 or the 2? You know, it's like, how do people make such hard decisions on a daily basis? I don't know. But I ended up going, I'm just kidding. I ended up going with the 1, and I really do like it. It is a little bit light, especially for when I'm like freshly self-tanned and whatnot, but honestly it builds up really well, and I feel like I just, you know, do a couple extra passes and it built up just fine. But it blends out so smoothly on the skin. It's nice and soft. It's a really, really natural looking powder. I have been so impressed with this. There should be a video. Nope, I think it's tomorrow's video. My schedule, I've been pre-filming like a crazy woman. This is my last video that I'm pre-filming, even though it's not the last video that will go up for vacation, but it's because I was still, you know, kind of testing out these products. I can't really film this video too far in advance like I can do some other ones, but I believe it's going to be tomorrow's video. I'm going to talk about my #1 most worn products in each category, choosing out my #1. And you're going to see this Milani bronzer because I cannot put it down. So this bronzer I've been so impressed with. It's $10. This is a good one. This is a really, really good one from Milani. Very impressed with that. Okay, so next up from Ulta Beauty, I also grabbed a lipstick. This is from Sugarpill. This is one of their liquid lipsticks. This is in Clink. This was $18. Unfortunately, this one was a miss for me. I did mention this in my most recent Makeup Monthly, and I did put it in the fail category, and I also did my lip picks for January, which is already live as well. I will have both of those linked in the description box. For my lip picks, I actually did a ranked style from 10 or my least favorite down to number 1, and unfortunately, this was my least favorite lipstick that I wore in a YouTube video in January. It is a very dry formula. You could see in the try-on video that I was like, things are not going well here. Like, as soon as I put it on, it was very drying. It showed all the lines on my lips. You know, I got a lot of comments in the video of like, lip color looks really good on you, but doesn't look great on your lips. And I'm like, I know, I can see it too, and it's just very uncomfortable, very drying. I don't mind a drier liquid lipstick formula as long as it's gonna stay on me, then I'm okay with it, but there's a point where it gets to be too dry, too uncomfortable. You know, I'm very self-conscious about my lips, and that's definitely what this one did. I did have a few people say that, you know, you've tried out the formula as well, and you know, a couple people said they purchased several in the high tea collection, I think is what it was called, from Sugarpill, and that they've had no issues and that it's super comfortable. And I'm over here like, I wish that happened. You know, people are saying maybe you got a bad one, maybe you got an old one, maybe they switched the formula. I don't know. But even, I mean, you can really tell in that try on video. I even showed you up close of my lips. My lips were sticking together. I mean, it was just all bad with this one. So I don't know what happened there, but it's not going to convince me to purchase another Sugarpill liquid lipstick, that's for sure, because this one was just such a miss for me. So that was a bummer because that was the first product that I tried from Sugarpill. So I'm super bummed that it was a no-go for me. So also from Ulta, I purchased this, which I'm excited to talk to you guys about. This is the Bio Oil. It says it's specialist skincare oil. It can help improve the appearance of both new and old scars. Also is supposed to help with stretch marks, uneven skin tone, aging, and dehydrated skin. So they have several different sizes of this on Ulta Beauty. I got the smallest one, which is 2 fluid ounces, just because I wanted to see. I wanted to check it out, see what it was about. I think this was like $12 or so, but there's like a medium one and then a bigger one as well. And you can see that I have used almost the entire thing. I just have a few uses left. I started out using it 3 times a day, and then I kind of went to 2 times a day as I saw myself getting down on there, and I've actually really noticed a difference, and I wanted to keep being able to use it, especially as we got closer to vacation. We're going to Punta Cana. I will be in a swimsuit a lot, etc. And the reason that I purchased it is that I have pretty bad stretch marks on my hips. It's not, you know, not any sort of uncommon thing or anything like that. I know a lot of people deal with stretch marks. I got mine when I was a freshman in high school. So it's just something that's out there, and unfortunately it does make me self-conscious. And you know, I had a couple comments too about like just owning it and being comfortable in your own skin. And for sure, I mean, I like to think that I don't let my stretch marks stop me from doing things. You know, I still go floating on the river every year with my friends and all of that. I don't really change up my swimsuits, but if I could change something about my physical appearance, it would be the stretch marks on my hips and, you know, a little bit on my butt too, because it just is something that makes me not super confident, if you will. I know that there's not like a quick fix for stretch marks or something super easy, you know, because it's something that I've looked into so many times throughout the years since I was, you know, 15 years old, and you went through a growth spurt and all of a sudden had these lovely marks on my body. I was like, what did I do to deserve this? And got taller? That's not fair. So I know that there's not a lot of like fixes out there, so I've never really bought into anything because I just figured they were probably scams or, you know, whatever. But I asked recently on Twitter, because I just thought, you know, maybe I'll try again, or maybe something really is out there, and so many people recommended Bio Oil to me. I was really surprised. So I looked into it. I was pleasantly surprised when I saw it at Ulta Beauty. It's like, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and give it a shot. I read a lot of the reviews on it, and like I said, I just went for the small guy just to test it out, and it was $12, so it wasn't like I was making a big investment or anything. It's something that I can do at home, etc. And I seriously have been very impressed with this. My goal going into this and trying out the Bio Oil was not to get rid of stretch marks, because I know that that's pretty much not a thing. What my hope was to fade them, and even fade them just a little bit, I would be pretty happy with. I didn't even need them faded, you know, so drastically or whatnot, but I was just hoping for maybe a little bit of fading on my hips. So I have been using this for about a month now. Like I said, I've almost gone through completely with the bottle. I've used it, you know, multiple times a day. I'm just really concentrating right in the area on my hips where I have them, and I have definitely noticed a difference. And one thing that I'm kind of bummed about is that I really wanted to be able to show photos for this, and going into it, when I showed this in the haul, I was like, I'm gonna take photos so you guys can see what it's looking like, so you can see for yourself. But because of where my stretch marks are on my hips, no matter what angle I was trying to do, you basically see my butt in all of the photos, and I just don't feel comfortable posting that on the internet, so I'm sorry about that. But even though, you know, I didn't necessarily want to post a stretch mark photo on the internet either, I definitely was going to, so you guys could see the improvements, but I also just don't want like my butt out there, so sorry about that. But I have the photos myself on my phone, and I literally have like clicked back and forth seeing from 1 month ago and seeing what they look like now. It is a very, very big difference. Again, they're not gone completely, but they have faded. They were the stretch marks that have already turned white, so that also made me a little bit more nervous. I know that when you first are kind of getting stretch marks and they're more red, it's easier to be able to not even just fade them, but like people can clear up stretch marks when they're still in that kind of initial phase. But after time and when they go into the white, then it's really, really hard to get rid of them. So I was pretty skeptical going into it, but I was still gonna give it a shot, and I'm very impressed. Like I said, they're not gone. They're not faded so completely that you can't see them in photos or see them in person or whatnot. Like, they are still there, but they're just not as like as they have been, if that makes any sense. And that makes me really, really excited. It really does. I feel like I'm gonna have a little bit more confidence on this vacation and wearing some swimsuits. And I actually purchased a swimsuit from Amazon, and the bottoms are kind of small and they're kind of high cut. I didn't realize that they were more high cut. And normally I would not wear something like that. You know, it's not that I don't wear like boy shorts or anything. I just wear like regular swimsuit bottoms or whatnot. These, just with the style being a little bit more high cut, I normally would not go for that because I'd feel so self-conscious about my legs and my hips and my butt and all of that. But I packed it. It's in my suitcase. I packed it, and I'm planning on wearing it because I just feel like I have a little bit more confidence. So like I said, I'm almost out of this one, and I went on the Ulta website a couple times and I noticed that it keeps going out of stock. Like, it's been out of stock for a while. So that's kind of a bummer to me because I do want to get more of this. You know, I don't know if I will do this multiple times a day, every single day, forever type of thing, or if maybe just, if I know, like maybe in the summertime this will be kind of in my body care routine, or if we have something in the winter time, like a trip like this where we're going, you know, somewhere with beaches and all of that, like then maybe I would kind of ramp it back up. So I'm really happy with the bio oil. You know, I'm sure different things will work differently for other people, but for me, this really has worked, and I've been really impressed. So those are all the products that I picked up from Ulta. And then to jump over to Sephora, I did purchase a full size of the Dior Backstage Face and Body Foundation. I tried a sample of this and I quite liked it, so I grabbed the full size. I have reviewed this in a follow-up video, I believe it was, and I also put it in my Makeup Monthly too, because I reviewed it in the follow-up because I tried it as a sample in one of the videos, and then I also did this in the try-on haul too. I got the Stage 2.5N, which is a pretty good, it looks pretty dark in the bottle, but it's a pretty good match for me when I am self-tanned, because it is just a little bit on the darker side. But like I said, I did put this in my Makeup Monthly. I put it in the fine category. I really, really do like it. I kind of struggled for a bit there of like, do I put it in the fine? Do I put it in the fave? And just because something is fine doesn't mean I hate it. That seems to be like a very strange thing that I'm getting recently in my videos. If I say like I like a product but I don't love it, somehow that goes to like I don't like the product at all. I really, really do like this foundation. I'm actually packing this one with me as of right now. This is the foundation I've pulled out to come to Punta Cana with me. It is a plastic tube, so I like traveling with these better than I do glass, just because I worry about things breaking. But it's also, it has more of a lighter coverage, which I really don't plan on wearing a ton of makeup. In Punta Cana, we plan to be outside and in water and all of that, so I'm really not planning on wearing a lot of makeup. But if there's a time that maybe we're doing something a little bit nicer and I want just a little bit something on, that's what I grabbed this one for. I can see myself liking this more in the warmer months where I like lighter coverage foundations. You know, this past summer I did a video on my top summer foundations, and a lot of those are more lighter coverage. There's not really a lot of full coverage in there, so I can see myself reaching for this more. So that's why I'm not returning it or anything. I still like it. You know, I paid the $40 for it. I still like it. I'm still going to wear it. I just don't think the wear time is the longest. I do like the finish on it. I think that it looks really pretty on the skin. Packaging, not 100% my fave with the squeeze tube, but again, it'll be nice for traveling, and I think that it's a really pretty foundation. There's just a few cons that make it not be an absolute favorite of mine, but I still think that it's really nice. So I have been getting on well with that one. And then the final product that was in there was my Natasha Denona Mini Nude Eyeshadow Palette. This palette is $25 and this has been getting a lot of love from me. I also put this in a Makeup Monthly video and I put it in my favorites category. I have been loving this one, and I was a little bit unsure about it, but I saw some really good reviews coming in, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. This is such a me palette. I reach for this one so often. You're also going to see this in tomorrow's video. I reach for this one so often. I think the mattes blend out so easily. The shimmers are all so beautiful. Like I said, it's just such an easy, neutral, everyday kind of palette for me, and especially with having our house for sale right now, having so many things packed up and put away, this is just my go-to palette at the moment. I don't know, I just enjoy this one so much, but I've really been giving this one high remarks on my channel and saying really good things about it. It was in my 10-minute makeup routine, which definitely that's a big part of what this is right now, and I really have no remorse that I paid $25 for this, especially with how much wear I'm getting out of it. So I have just been loving the Natasha Denona Mini Nude Eyeshadow Palette. But after that, that is going to wrap it up for today's video. These were my thoughts on my not my most recent, but a recent Ulta and Sephora haul. I would love to know what you thought of all of the products that I mentioned in the comment section. And as always, if you guys enjoyed this video, I hope that you'll give it a thumbs up. I hope that you'll also consider subscribing before you go, and I'll catch you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.